The Pursuit of Sound podcast is proudly brought to you in part by our sponsor, Zest Vodka. Zest is designed for people like us who love to have a good time, but without that terrible morning after regret. Okay, Zest started with an idea to make a healthier shot option. The market's flooded with high alcohol, sugar heavy products, let's face it, promoting a culture of excessive drinking. But Zest knows we want a more genuine, transparent, and healthier choice without sacrificing taste or experience. So after Zest studied consumer preferences and existing brands, they dug deep into better ingredients. So Zest boasts proudly half the alcohol content, but don't get us wrong, significantly less sugar and zero artificial additives commonly found in traditional shot brands. All right, crafting Zest Vodka was not about introducing just another shot brand. It's more about sculpting an experience. You know, an indulgence-free drink that upholds the pinnacle of taste and quality. They stand to revolutionize the shot market, guiding it towards a brighter, healthier, and more transparent future. Yes, Zest Vodka. So please join us poolside, surrounded by friends, and enjoy Zest Vodka, crafted for everyone seeking a healthier choice. Drink responsibly. Yep, that's it. And we are live, baby. We're back. Episode 53 of the Pursuit of Sound podcast with Lord Electric.
What's up, man? Appreciate you for having me on this one.
Of course, dude. It's always good to hear your accent. This podcast is brought to you by Zest Vodka. They just dropped their new flavor, Lime Drop. Go check it out.
Ooh, I have to cop one of those.
Yeah, these are very delicious. And I've yet to pop this bottle because nobody's come around yet here in town. My last 3 or 4 pops.
I was there.
I know.
I was
right?
there.
We would pop this bottle for sure. I've been waiting. I'm like, I don't want to pop it without somebody here in person. But yeah, find it in your local liquor store, especially in the southeast region of the United States of America. Jason, we know you as Lord Electric.
Yep.
You are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina right now.
Yeah, that's where I live currently. That's right.
Yep, middle of summer, August 14th, right here, day before my birthday. It seems like it's pretty hot and humid up there.
Yeah, literally I went outside, took the dogs for a little stroll, and probably should have done it on the hottest part of the day, but it's pretty gross out here.
Yeah, it's like you gotta take the dogs out more towards the evening or the morning. It's just just avoid all sun as much as possible is really
exactly.
The main. Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Last time I saw you was at the, I guess, Trio, Charleston for the Ravenscoon show that we both played.
Yeah, I think that's when we did that back to back at the end of the show. I think that's the last time we did a show together.
Yeah, we both opened for Ravenscoon, and then we both closed with a back to back for Ravenscoon at Trio Charleston.
Trio Charleston.
Shout out to the best nightclub.
Yep, love that place.
Charleston.
Can't wait to be back there more. I got a couple things happening there soon, actually. I don't know if you want me to super dive into it, but
plug it.
September 19th, I'll be at Trio in Charleston, directly supporting and closing for Nurko. That's recently something announced.
Shout outs.
Yeah, for sure.
Good on you. And you're also coming to Purple Buffalo, right? If I'm not mistaken, I've seen your name on a couple flyers.
Oh, yeah, if you're talking about something sooner, 23rd, I don't know if you're there on the 23rd, super big birthday bash apparently happening there, like 3 different people having a birthday, so it's a whole community thing getting together. It should be a real good time, and that's this Friday on the 23rd, or next Friday, 23rd.
Right on. That's what's up, dude. Yeah, 23rd. I don't know. I might have something going on, but that's what's up. Coalescing of birthdays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's next Friday. Yeah, like I said, my birthday's tomorrow.
Man.
My old ass is turning. Guess my age.
Oh man, 30.
35.
No way, man. Hey, first one to say it, maybe happy birthday early for you, man.
Thanks, dog. But yeah, how's everything? How's the scene been up there in Myrtle lately?
I would say definitely tougher than most other places nearby. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's why I live in Myrtle and I travel a lot out of Myrtle to play shows. Like, definitely, obviously, you see me in Charleston all the time. I'm going to Asheville at the end of the month to play with some friends up there for a big show. I recently went to St. Pete and to Tampa to play some music. I have a show coming up in Wilmington, working on some stuff for Charlotte. So going back to your original question, Myrtle Beach's scene isn't really the greatest right now. It's very hit or miss, and it's very, very seasonal. Big tourist stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, dang. I mean, good for you on all the exterior places that you've been playing outside of Myrtle Beach. I completely understand South Carolina is kind of like that overall. You know, you look at North Carolina and you've got like a whole spread of cities that are just ready. And then you look at Florida and it's like a whole spread of cities that are ready. And then you look at South Carolina and it's like,
got a couple pop-ups. That's what I would call that. Like
South
pop-up
Carolina,
shows here.
It's like
it's getting better.
Charleston, Columbia, Greenville, Myrtle Beach. That's it.
For sure. I will say though, I think it's getting a lot better though, especially with the recent shows that have come through Charleston. A lot of bigger names are coming through, like a lot of big names you see on festival lineups are coming through. So it's finally bringing out some crowd around here that we need, and maybe someday soon in the future we can get some big names to stop at Myrtle and bring that crowd out as well.
Yeah, and like, I mean, I've got like a little pulse on Myrtle Beach. Like, it seems like Five Eye is
absolutely
they're like the local, I'd say, hometown heroes for Myrtle Beach.
I would say so. Yeah, shout out to Ryan, of course.
Hey, Five Eye.
Awesome guys. They put on plenty of shows here at Myrtle Beach as well. I got the opportunity to play with them at one of their shows as well. Super great guys. So if you're in Myrtle Beach and you are looking for EDM shows, Five Eye are the guys to look for.
Yes, I'll go ahead and put a free plug in. Yeah, on Instagram at like the number 5, the letter I, if I'm not mistaken, 5i Productions, something like that. Anyways, yeah, dude, how was the Florida shows?
Really fun. I got to play. I don't know if this has been announced anywhere. You know this. I have a side project going on, so I actually ended up playing one of the 2 shows that I went down there for as my side project. So one of my shows was the Lord Electric show, of course, and then the side project is called I Am Immer, which is just German for always. So it means like I am always. That's more like the housey, techno-y, dancey vibe stuff that I play, and then of course the Lord Electric stuff is that high bass music, dubstep, rhythm, drum and bass, like you know what I'm talking about stuff. So down there, those shows were really cool because they were really different vibes to different places. One of them had people doing fire flows with them swords and staffs and all that cool stuff, and then the other show was when like all the interior of the place was like forestry looking and like woodsy and like super chill and stuff. So really fun at those shows because the vibes were really nice.
Nice, dude. Yeah, we gotta give it up for the people pulling the weight for the undertow of the underground music scene, man. Like it's what it's really all about, that, dude. Like there's this undertow of all this stuff, and like it's literally like the underground versus like above ground, which above ground would be like mainstream, right, whatever it is. And I just love that people are still about the underground. People are still about just attending like the not so popular events, even.
I agree. I mean, that starts with some people in the community putting something together for the community, and if one person shows up, you started something. If 10 people show up, you got something. If the more the better, of course, but starting something is the first step. Getting something going getting people together. That's I think what it's all about is anyways, just enjoying their time together and performing your arts in whichever way you can contribute or attribute, and just feeling good together.
Amen. Yeah, dude. If I had $100,000, I would straight up know how to throw a show real quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that whole like money thing, but yeah, so you clearly have a German accent. Give us a rundown of like your heritage. Like, were you born in Germany and then moved here, or what's the deal? Tell us, dude.
Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna give you the medium length story here. Born and raised in Germany. I was there until I was about 12 years old, and pretty much on my 12th birthday, we ended up moving to Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, of all places. The exact number one reason I'm really not sure about. I think it just has to do with like where my family was located at the time and stuff. But my dad's American. He was stationed in the army in Germany. It's the whole story you've seen in the movie, stuff like that. But yeah, ended up coming here, went to college, and started working after that, of course, and have working full time, having a side job, and trying to make this hobby thing a real thing, because that's what the passion's been, and it's been a long craft working process to make it reality, I suppose.
Well, let's dive into that. Hold on 2 seconds.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some other shows that I'm playing at. So like I said, I'm at Buffalo on the 23rd of August. I'm going to be in Asheville on the 30th. September 7th, we're going to be in Charleston at Buffalo. The 19th, I'm going to be at Trio Charleston. On the 20th, I'm going to be playing at Uptone Social in Charleston for the side project. And then October 12th is the big one. That's going to be a big Oktoberfest style in Charleston. I actually am wearing the shirt from the last big event that we had, Charleston Electric Fest. It was a real big success, real great turnout, even though the weather kind of screwed us up halfway through. But we're going to come bigger, better, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be German vibes. We're going to have, food trucks, vendors, events, a bunch of people playing music, a big DJ lineup, and we're trying to work on a special guest right now. I'm not going to reveal just yet, but that's going to be October 12th in Charleston at the Purple Buffalo. It's going to be Charleston Oktoberfest. It's going to be a rave-style Oktoberfest. Don't miss that.
Featuring Bass Nectar as the main headliner. Let's go.
Oof, no comment.
Obviously a joke, but good for you, dude. Seriously, that's a lot going on. And
appreciate it. Thank you. I'm working hard. Lots of stuff behind the scenes.
How did you get into all this debauchery?
Oh, what are you enclosing in that word here?
So, debauchery. It's me just... All right, so how did you get interested in electronic dance music?
I'll give you 2 quick pointers. The first one, obviously, growing up in Germany, you have the on every freaking corner. My sister was really big into that stuff when I was little, and I actually wasn't that big into it, but I think it influenced me a lot. And music that I heard growing up and then being here and entering the world of festivals is what really did it. 2017, I went to my first festival, and that was the Okeechobee Festival in Florida. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm sure you've heard it from plenty of people. They go to their first one. It's that whole dream story of how like the unfathomable, unimaginable, all of that stuff happened to me, I suppose, in that first festival. And then since that day, I kind of made it a mission that I want to do that one day. And it really got set off last year. I've only been doing this stuff real seriously for about a year, 3, 4, 5 months now, tops. And I feel like I've done a lot for that, but it's like, it comes with a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't realize. Like music production and DJing is not just like, hey, here's a song and I'm having fun and stuff. Like that's the goal, is to have songs and have fun. But to get to that spot is so much work. Like I quit my 9-to-5 job. I was a corporate recruiter, and I quit that job because I thought it was finally time to pursue this. And it's been way more than 9-to-5. It's been 24/7 since the day I quit that job. It's been 24/7, like wearing so many hats, being like the totem pole, you fill every role in that totem pole, man. You're the you want to be the DJ in the middle, and that's it, right? My songs out there, that's it. You want to play them songs, but you have to be the manager, the advisor, the strategist, the marketer, the media guy. You have to create your music, the websites, the logos. It's just insane the amount of work that goes into all this stuff.
Yeah, and then barely anybody cares at the end of the day.
that's yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, so you're supposed to do it for yourself, and like if it makes you happy, then you're winning. And it's a shame that there's not really as much support as you would expect, I suppose. Like you put so much hard work into something, and then it's just like another thing in the past in a couple days, I guess. I don't know to put the words correctly for this one, but I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, you speak perfect English. I definitely understand it. which props to you, like, because when did you learn English?
Pretty much when I moved here. I think it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before I had to start going to school or something like that. I started here like at the very end of like regular school, and then I ended up going to college after that. So like I learned pretty much getting thrown into public education system.
How long did it take?
Still not done learning. There's stuff all the time where I'm like, what are you talking about? What does this mean? How do you say this? That's never ending, I think.
Dang. Well, I've never had a communication breakdown with you, so
yeah.
So that's just more props and respect to you, just on the language thing in and of itself, because allegedly English is pretty hard to learn, and
people say English is 3 languages disguised in a trench coat, and like I never understood it until like I really thought about it. It's funny because it's just a mix of a bunch of stuff that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. We got so much slang and stuff, and like the words where it's like one word is like got 3 different meanings.
Yeah, versus us, we have words that are like the exact definition and the exact description of what you're looking at, and it's the longest, most lettered words. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes and no, because I haven't taken a shot at German, but
understandable.
Yeah, but still, I do get what you're saying, man. Yeah, it's like that, man, and we gotta. That's why it's not for the faint of heart. You know, we got to push through. And this is what this podcast is literally all about, man. We're in the same boat, dude. Like, you know, Absolutely. We're not Skrillex. We're not bread. We're not bread again.
I saw that too. That was just hilarious stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know, not everybody can be Diplo, but you know, we are who we are, and you know, that's cool. We got to keep each other close, especially here in South Carolina. And and yeah, you know, you're completely right with it. At the end of the day, it is just about like the artistic gratification of it, and that's all that should matter. But we still do have to wear all those hats, and it's ridiculous, and nobody really knows until you know, and then it just keeps on getting more complicated.
Exactly. I agree on that. Another thing I was going to talk about too is, you know, people who do collaborations and stuff like that. Like, I always think that the best way to the top is like together. So I think working with each other and helping each other become better. You know, the right people, of course. You can't, and not everybody fits in this in a personal circle because they're not vibing personally, whatever. But the people who you vibe with, that you can help, they help each other. I think you do better when everybody's like just supportive more. Like going back to what we said earlier about there's not a lot of support, even though there's a lot of people. I don't know. I think together is better.
Yeah, that's just I completely understand. And we're just in a sticky situation here in South Carolina. Like, I mean, I get it, dude. Everywhere has got their own little pitfalls. Whether it be here, the Midwest, some random city in Texas, whatever, dude. But yeah, exactly. So it's like everything became more accessible, like for music producers and DJs. Tool wise, like we can just download all this free stuff and even things that we can pay for, and boom, next thing you know, we're sitting in front of our computer and we're like, all right, time to make a song. And oh, I thought this was going to be way easier.
Right. Oh, every day, all the time, man. I spend every day sitting on the computer for at least a couple of minutes, which is probably an understatement. But I try every day to work on some music, whether it's continuing something or starting a new project, which just like you probably and everybody else, I have way too many projects started that just end up being a giant list of new additions.
Oh yes.
But I think it's all about just getting better every time. Like a little stupid thing you can say to yourself is like get better 1% every single day. Because if you do at least that, then you're doing good, I think. Some days you can do more than 1%, some days you don't. But hey, if you do at least one, you're gonna get better.
Yeah, dude. I just got awarded an Oscar for the most amount of unfinished songs.
Oh, you're the one that beat me in the category? That's crazy. Oh man, yeah, hundreds.
So many. But what you been listening to lately?
That's a good question. You know, you could ask me that and I could never tell you like a song title because I listen to so much different music. Mostly looking through music for things that I like and want to add to my like arsenal, I guess you can call it. I don't know. You know what? Let me see what's my history looking like. That's a good question.
And then do you subscribe to DJ pools?
I have like Tidal and stuff. I've tried that before. I don't prefer to do pools because I don't want to. I think it's like internet and being reliant on the internet during sets has caused people issues that I've seen in person play, and like I've never even tried that in person. Like I've had it at home and work like to mess around back here and stuff like that, but no, it's not really my favorite thing to do. I pretty much just straight up USB flash drive record box.
Well, yeah, no. So, what I okay, let me rephrase this. Okay, so DJ pools. So yeah, I do not like connect to live, like to Wi-Fi, and I don't whatever. Like, I never am using like Wi-Fi and pulling songs like live like that. No, I'm saying like DJ pool sites where it's like the kind of website like say like what are some big ones like I don't know directmusicservice.com or like DJ City or like livedjservice.com or like BPM Supreme or like clubkillers.com, and you like pay in like $30 a month for like pretty much each of these websites to have full access to all of the exclusive remixes and stuff. And then from there, you basically download your songs to put on your flash drive to play out live. It's not getting it live. Yeah, it's.
I misunderstood your question. No, I have not subscribed myself to those things. Don't really have much experience with them in person. I guess I can better answer that question that way.
Where do you then? So where do you actually download your music from?
So the first thing that I always like to do is I look for the golden hidden things on SoundCloud. I look for the download links. I subscribe to a couple, like more than a handful of people's, like, you know, if you want to download this thing, go to the website, support the artist, like Instagram, Facebook, like those are the ones I really like to look for. I got a couple of really cool ones. Shout out to the artist named Blaze. Super amazing, cool remixes that I like to play out a lot. And then others just like different sites where you just like purchase different songs now and then. If I really like am looking for something that I really want to play and can't find it somewhere, then just, you know, straight up looking at the artist website is usually the way to go.
Heard that. But yeah, I definitely suggest looking into some DJ pool websites. It's totally worth it.
What's your favorite?
I frequent livedjservice.com as of late, djcity.com, as well as BPM Supreme. Those are probably my top 3 at the moment.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they're usually $30 a month. So it's
not
like,
bad.
yeah, it's not bad when you really like break it down. You're like, all right, if I'm doing like club gigs every weekend and I'm paying $30 a month for 3 of these websites, that's $90 a month. A portion of one gig can pay for that, and you're getting a boatload of exclusive music in the
True.
midst. Yeah.
Absolutely. Compared to buying them single, that's for sure an advantage. I did hear of the second and third one you mentioned, but never of the first one. So that's something I wrote down.
Yeah, that first one is it's run by, what's the DJ's name? It's Brills, or I can't think of it right now. It'll come to me. But yeah,
Okay.
anyways. Yeah, so like, what's who do you think is on the radar right now? Like on the come up, like for real. Like, let me list some examples. Like, I think this trio production DJ group popped up within the past year like wildfire, called Levity.
I knew you would say that already.
Yeah, you already knew. Like they like, so like, for example, them. Another example, Gorilla T.
Good example.
Yeah. Who's on your radar?
So ironically that you say Gorilla T, because I was supposed to open for him this last month on the 8th on Charleston, a trio as well. Turns out the storm kind of ruined that for me. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Gorilla T, if you're watching, let me get another shot. But I think he's definitely crazy, came out of nowhere. The One Factory tour he's doing is insane, like super crazy, many stops, sold out, super awesome. Props to him. The other one that you said, I also agree with you. I mind blanks. I'm sorry because I'm thinking of somebody else.
Levity,
that's right. I actually saw them at a festival this year as well. That's why I knew you would say that, because their names have been all over social media. I think they got their origin the best way possible, getting that opportunity to play like a Renegade freestyle set at, I think, Electric Forest at the right time, at the right place, doing the right thing, and I think that's what got their big start, I believe, and props to them, because that's super awesome, like super envious, like hope, cross fingers one day.
Yeah. I remember like coming across them, and it was like one of those things where it's just like, oh, whatever their first big break song was, they took forever to drop it, and they were like pretty much demanding like a certain amount of like comments or likes and stuff in order to drop it. They're like, yeah, we're only going to drop this after like 500,000 likes and comments or whatever. And so that was for I guess it was Flip It.
That must be the one. That's the one that comes to my mind of their songs.
Yeah, it had to have been Flip It. And then I don't know, like, yeah, it was Flip It. I found them out right before that came out, and I guess that was like their first big song. But yeah, anybody else outside of that you've had your eye on?
I think one name that came to mind, I don't think it's like as hardcore as the first two we just talked about, or like as massive, but I think Zangara is coming really far. She's playing a lot more shows in a lot more places than I feel like I'm used to seeing. And did she just do a back-to-back tour, I believe, with Ellis Dream, and stuff like that. So like that's big stuff, I think, in my opinion. And I think what's really cool, of which I don't know if that is a fair answer to the question about Prop Cause, is doing his thing now and does like his own tour. So I think that's pretty cool. But can you say that's a come up? I don't know, because everybody knew the man's was.
Yeah, exactly. No, Zangara, that's like, because I don't think I have heard of her, but but that doesn't mean I'm not about to look into her and figure it out.
Definitely. If you like an Ellis Dream vibe, the spacey, bassy type stuff, I think that's a good avenue to go down to. I think I caught them at the Senate in Columbia. So
Yeah, it looks like this
South
chick.
Carolina.
It's like tatted up, heady looking brunette chick.
Yeah, makes very good music. Very talented.
That's what's up. What are some other notables I just had on the tip of my tongue? Like, well, Import, obviously.
Yeah, that was a cool local scene too.
Yeah, I had him on the podcast graciously enough, and he's been just blowing up more and more and more and more. Oh, yeah, and he's out of Denver. I believe he got a collab with Taboo, which segues into the next dude. Taboo's the shit.
Yep.
Taboo and who is that cat that he's like going on tour with right now? It's Taboo and
It's not Enzo, is it? I don't remember.
oh, come on. It's like I'm trying to find it really quick. Taboo and it's him and I think Oolong or wait, come on. Oh, Schlump. Okay, so it's Taboo, Schlump, Smith, and Import.
That's a good squad to go see.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I thought they were coming around here, but I'm looking at all the dates, and Charlotte and Nashville is the close. Well, and Savannah.
Not bad.
Oh, Columbia at the Senate.
There you go. That's the one I just talked about too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's September 29th. Well, dang. I might have to go the 29th.
Rare for some good bass shows in Colombia, so probably don't want to miss it.
For real though.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Oh, dude, yeah. Mean Girls. Oh, I get bullied by them all the time.
Part of life. It's okay.
Yeah. But I was. Oh fuck! Hold on. I think somebody. I think our dude that's working on our bathroom just rang the doorbell. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. We're getting our bathroom renovated right now. But yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was talking with Ethan, DJ Ecstasy from, Myrtle Beach last night, and we were just talking about like I was like, how have your gigs been going recently? And he's like, well, I kind of got let go of my residency because I don't know. I was just playing some stuff that the crowd wanted to hear that the owners didn't care for, that kind of just ended up being the cause of him being sort of excused from his residency. And I don't know, man, like when you've been, like we've all been there. Like when it comes to a residency, it's like, you don't really always keep your residency for more than a season, really. In all reality. Year in and year out, like these residencies are like that. And he's like, dude, the place, which I can't even remember the name of the place right now, but the place that he was talking about, he's like, dude, it's in Myrtle Beach. And he's like, the owners don't even care like about the people or anything really. Like it's just really like what he said. He's like, it's just like a money laundering front. And I was like, ha 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 ha. I was like, do you really think it's like a money laundering front, though?
like stuff in between the lines. Tell me.
Yeah, like I get it. It's kind of funny, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I think it kind of is like that." And then like he started talking about this other place, which I will bleep out for the public. All right, so that's gonna be bleeped. He's trying to say that
I worked there too.
He was trying to say that place is a money laundering front too.
What do you know where? Okay, so this is getting bleep cut, right?
Yeah, it is.
Where do you really not know the place that he is saying that he played at?
No,
Because I can tell you from the Myrtle Beach scene, I've only played with him in one event, and that was when I did the Dance Festopia thing the year you won in Charleston. I did that at Myrtle with him at Player One. I don't know if that's what he was talking about.
It's not that place. It's a different place. It's a completely different place than Player One. It's
because he's never worked at since I've started there.
Yeah, no, I don't think he works at. He just had that word. It's like,
I mean, they're all owned by people not from here, and I don't know what they do when they're not at. But
yeah, he's like, hey, it's like that like runs. Like
there's a few places that are run by different types of foreign national powerhouses that I don't know what to say or do about it. There's places in Myrtle Beach that are foreign businesses that do things differently.
Yeah, I just never really.
I have no part in it for the camera.
Me neither. But yeah, I just didn't know if you had heard anything like that before.
I have. I mean, everybody talks about those random stores here on the ocean front that are like year-round Christmas stores and year-round beach stores. Like, how do this building is bigger than most venues that DJs get to play at, and it's gonna be open 24/7. Well, that's a lie. Let's say 10 hours a day for an entire year. This is a tourist trap seasonal town. There's not even cars out in December. And you're telling me that this giant beach store that's the size of a basketball arena can be open all year?
Yeah, dude. Like, for honestly, like, I never even really thought about it because it's just like, why would I? Like, what's that one place called? I swear to God, the place might be called just straight up the Gay Dolphin.
There's a place that's called that. That place, I don't know if that's actually something that has a dirty backstory or not. It's just like a place that is like a really. It's been around Myrtle for a really long time. Apparently, it's like a 4-story like knick-knack store with like tourist stuff you can buy and whatnot. But like, I've never heard anything shady going on there. But it's a really cool big store.
Like the Gay Dolphin, like they're really just running like a like.
Right? Yeah. They have like dolphins like underground, like under the basement down there.
Just like each other.
You're gonna have to bleep that out too.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, I imagine.
Come on, like that's how you know it's a good podcast is when you got.
That's why Myrtle Beach met it on South Park.
Wait, what was it? Was it the
Have you seen that? It's like the last episode they ever did. I guess because the season ended whatever last year or something. It was literally about Myrtle Beach. It had Ocean Boulevard in it. It had Broadway at the Beach in it, and it had a lot of real funny stuff in it. I think it's worth a watch.
The very last episode of South Park.
Like if you hate it, usually like not you, but like particularly people who might be watching this right now, or that when you're seeing this, like if you don't like it normally, I would still suggest like try to watch the Myrtle Beach episode if Myrtle Beach is something you care about.
Oh my God, that's asking for a remix.
Oh, you never know, collab.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So what kind of stuff are you working on right now?
Actually, one of the points that I was gonna bring up, if you didn't, I got a couple of things working on Load Electric side of things. Working with Lordship is another thing that I can mention. Lordship is me and obviously my buddy Tim Domino cruise ship together. Me and him are currently working on a really cool drum and bass remix of a very popular song. I don't know if I should say it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Couple other collabs are out there. I'm working on something.
Spoil it, dude. What are you doing? Like you want to reel these listeners in.
Oh, all right. We're working on a remix to the KX5 Escape song. So we're making a drum and bass remix to that. It's going to be real tight. That's all I'm going to say about that one. But a lot of collabs are supposed to come out here soon. Working with some friends here to make like a collab EP per se, because again, community is what it's all about. Let's get each other up there. Let's get each other out there. Let's work together and make things happening. So when it comes to what things I'm working on, Load Electric has a lot of stuff going on, and then I'm on the Immer side. I'm making some things just like as they go. That's one of those things where I'm not stressing about that. When I get a song in my mind, I try to make it. When it's done, it's done. When it's done, I upload it, and hopefully people listen to it. So far, so good.
What's the name of the side project again?
So it's IMMER, which is Immer, which is German for always.
IMMER.
Yes, I am always. It's like, for example, if you were to go on like the Spotify, SoundCloud, all that stuff, it's I am Immer is what you would find it as. And then, of course, the Lord Electric is Lord Electric on Spotify, SoundCloud. And of course, LordElectricMusic.com is where you can find everything you're really looking for.
Y'all go and check them out at LordElectric.com.
Got all the tour stops, all the recent tracks, all the mixes, all the collabs, all the updates, charity work, even stuff like that. Hey, come check it out.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Amen. And so how many let's see, we're 8 months into the year right now. We've got about 3.5 more months or so to go.
Mm-hmm.
What do we expect from you before the end of the year?
Okay, so lots of things are leading up to a lot of things. How do I start this? Best way to put this. Couple festivals that I used to go to, haven't gone to in a while. I'm going back to. Don't know if I'll be playing in the exact same spot that I was playing there, but shout out Halloween Incendia, where I got to open up the Thursday night with my buddy. Got to play my first set on a real big stage, and that was only 7 months after starting to publicly DJ. So that was really a crazy dream that came true really quickly. Like I said, this year trying to come back, not going to be as big as it was before, I believe. But big things we're working on. The biggest one is again going to be October 12th in Charleston Oktoberfest rave. Don't miss that one. Tickets on sale on Posh.
Tickets on sale on where?
Posh. It's a Posh ticket platform. I use that now instead of some other company I'm not going to advertise for free, that likes to take a lot of money from your ticket sales, which is not something that is a community thing in my mind. So now we're going to use something that is more friendly to the smaller people like us.
Yeah, not Nivelation, not them.
No, not something that rhymes with that.
Yeah, Posh, Posh.
Yes, today is the first day that I used it. I was recommended by another friend who hosts a lot of shows in Asheville, Pluto events. A shout out to them. And my buddy Neiman is in charge of that. Him and his friend August are running the show in Asheville. They're the ones that recommended me that platform. And actually today is the day I signed up for it, and it looks really secure, really good. And they apparently are a lot more friendly to the, like I said, small people like us.
Well, I heard it here first. As far as everybody else, yeah, start to get with it, Posh instead of Nivelation or whatever rhymes with that.
Yeah, or make it Taster or something like that.
Oh, points. Yes, points. Make it Taster.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. Yeah, all that stuff is getting out of control, man. It's actually kind of ridiculous, like the ticket gouging that's going on out there.
Right. Big thing I heard is that these ticket companies that sell you the ticket also run this company over here that ends up buying all the tickets before you get to. So it's not like them the you, it's them the you. So that's how that money apparently gets increased by 10 times, whatever, 15 times the, X 15x, not 15 times, but
it's the same.
They're creating their own middlemen.
No, dude. Like, first off, this is let's unpack that a little bit, man, because I have not heard that before. All I was really aware of, there was like this really popular like sort of emo hardcore band from back in the Warped Tour days called Underoath. A lot of people are aware of Underoath. And so when I saw an Instagram post from them recently, probably about like a month or two ago, and it was like one of the band members being like, yeah, so we're having to reschedule shows and stuff because people are buying up all the tickets immediately and then reselling them for a fortune. And then all of a sudden they're making like $20,000 off of this
For
band.
nothing.
Yeah, and then the band is like has had enough. Like they're
Right.
legit fed up with it, and they're like, all right, we have to figure out another way around this. Like we can't let these people make $20,000 off
For
of
nothing.
them being a band.
Of the fans, fans too, like the people that are like trying to work to make the money to go see their band at one time of the year that they can, and they're gonna have to pay twice as much now for no reason.
See, and then this is where it gets to that point where somebody does their best to fuck shit up for the rest of us.
Seriously, I think I have another example. This is like a longer time ago now. Pretty sure 50 Cent had a big thing about it, where like people would buy like all the tickets up in the front row, and then there would be no people sitting in them because nobody would rebuy them because they were too expensive. So like he would get pissed off and be like, "Why is the front row seats empty? That could have been going to the real fans or whatever." You know, some stuff like that.
And then so yeah, exactly. It got to the point where it was like the dude in Under Oath was like, "Nobody buy these tickets."
Right.
Like we know what's going on now. Nobody buy the tickets. Let them lose $20,000, and then we're gonna play a show the very next day, and it's gonna be like, don't quote me, but like you just show up and buy the tickets on the spot.
Hey, that's the old school way, best way sometimes.
You see what I mean?
Nobody can mess with nothing.
All this technology is just sometimes it's just doing too much.
I agree. That brings up with this conversation from earlier, or the point from earlier, where you wear too many hats. If it wasn't for all this technology, I don't think we'd be wearing all these hats that we're wearing for the stuff that we're doing.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm tired of like having to buy up all these tickets from Under Oath and resell them for a fortune, dude. I'm losing money out here.
I know. Like I'm tired of posting and putting on a show and then buying all of my own tickets and then it being empty. Ugh.
Exactly, dude. It's funny. Oh, yeah. What's good, dude? What do you want to talk about?
I actually wanted to answer that question from earlier that I was going to look up the answer for here. You said, what is the stuff that I've been listening to here recently? The reason I said I can't answer is because it's just so much stuff. So check out the range of music here. I'm just going to name you like this one page of songs here. The first one is a side piece and a disco line song. Right, you know, the chill, like dance music, happy music, like hang out music. Not even like 3 songs later, we're listening to Sudden Death. So yeah, goes from that to that. I got some Smokeland in here. Can't go wrong with that, especially if you like the Liquid Smoke side project they got going on. DJ Fresh is in here. The next thing is Load Electric's in here, of course. You can't miss those songs. Those are like really, really good songs. Don't miss those. Next over here, we got some Marshmello, Sudden Death collab. You know, like I said, it goes back and forth. I have a really big genre spectrum of songs that I enjoy.
Did you see the that's good to hear. It made me think about the show that's coming to the Purple Buffalo here soon, courtesy of Shadow Syndicate Entertainment. It's the Zodix show.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a really cool show. I got a lot of my friends on the lineup, including you, I'm pretty sure, is on there. It's going to be a real good time, I think. Zodix, connecting to it earlier, speaking of Gorilla T coming out of nowhere, I know they have a bunch of good songs together, so should be real good.
Yeah, I'm not like on the official lineup. I've got a wedding gig that day, but like they told me they were like, just pop in afterwards, and you know.
So you do a lot of weddings then?
Yeah. Like that's
something I didn't know.
It's pretty much like, I mean, I've been DJing full time for about 8 years now, and
nice.
It went from mostly just clubs downtown Charleston to like, you know, you can only really do that for so long until you start getting better paying opportunities. So it's like I would still be on like the nightclub circuit, but I can get paid more for doing wedding gigs, and that's pretty cool with me. Like, so you know what I mean? So that's really what it's kind of led into that, like a whole bunch of EDM and like club gigs and then in festivals, and then it kind of just turns into better paying
Right.
private events. And like, I have to do my part since it's my living and just follow the money. So it's like, therefore I can't do those gigs as much. I can't open up for Zodix for, like when I have a wedding gig that is paying a certain amount, and then I'm being, do your math. It's
I know.
It's simple math.
Of course.
And then that's like that's why it's become interesting for me, where it's like
it's kind of funny, right? How that happens, where like you're on the lineup and you're like the local support and you make X amount, whatever, and then you saw like you go to the wedding scene where it's like, oh, you see X amount of money, which is better, so I'm gonna go that way. And then the one better than that is back to the flyer, but your name is just higher on the flyer, so now you make X amount of money. It's like a whole circle or cycle,
Yeah, and it just really brings me back to the whole pay grade thing that I just get super upset about over and over again. I will not mention any names, but everybody knows who they are, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just sick and tired of a headliner getting paid an exorbitant amount of money, and then the openers getting paid fucking crumbs, dude. Like, literally, fucking. Hold on.
Yeah, I would give you a cheers to that. But
fuck everybody on that shit really quick. Hold on.
I can give you a good example. I don't mean to plug it one more time, but I will anyways. Charleston Oktoberfest. I was actually trying to speak to a headliner to do exactly what you just said. Spend a little bit more to make the show a little bit better, to hopefully get a little bit more people coming, yada yada. The first thing I was quoted was $10,000. Like,
bro.
And I even picked somebody that's not even,
don't make
like I'm not picking. Yeah, I wasn't even picking somebody that is like the big name on the flyers normally. This is somebody who I thought would be like, I don't know how to say, somebody more, attainable. Affordable, I guess is a good. Yeah. But like I was just blown away by the amount that the first thing, like the first amount, and like it's just like, how am I supposed to do that as somebody who's just trying to put on stuff for the community? Like I'm trying to host this event in Charleston, and it's a city I don't even live in. Put it that way, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm trying to do this stuff for this, and it's just like I can't spend $10,000 on one guy to come here to play music. It doesn't make sense when there's like all these people that I want to pay more. Like I'd rather have all of the friends that I've invited to be on this lineup to get paid a lot more. Like I want to say that I pay more to the people that play music than most people pay artists.
Yeah, let's just break it down. Like, I've done the arithmetic before as well, where it's like, all right, I said, I will not mention any names at all. I'm just talking about math here. You take a venue, you estimate the holding price, you take the ticket prices, you take the ticket prices with the capacity. All right. How many people maximum can fit in the venue? What are the ticket prices looking like? All right. Sold out show, ticket prices. What's the max amount of money that you're going to be making? All right. I see what that is. Okay. Now let's try to do some reverse engineering of math. Like what does that mean? How much do I think that they're paying the artist? How much do I think they're paying all their people that are working, security, blah blah blah, you name it. And then you've got the openers. And let's just face it, like the headliner is going to be making like 10 times more money than anybody there at all. And
except the owner of the building.
Well, yeah, it makes me wonder how much the owner makes on that night too. Alcohol prices and everything involved. And
enough to do this every single day of the weekend.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the moment that I have that conversation with that higher up, and I'm just like, all right, like, look, let's go ahead and have this conversation right now if we can, and kind of like just run it past them. And I'm like, so this is what you're trying to tell me, that you are in fact finessing me. Like, and you expect me to come out for this amount of money when I could easily be getting X amount of money? They're like, well, we've got so many DJs that are ready to do it for free anyways. I'm like, way to lower the bar, because you got however many DJs that are ready to do it for free just because it's an opportunity. All right, word. Yeah, well, you go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take my talent elsewhere.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like I'm not gonna do any specific math here, but like just like you said, I used to manage a restaurant, right? Like a medium-sized one. The capacity on that sign at the door says maximum capacity is 323 people. Let's count that space. Let's say we count 23 of those people to make easy math. Those are employees. So there's 300 tickets that we can sell, whatever. So $10 a ticket, we got $3,000 at $10 a ticket. I know that we both know that these headliner shows are not $10 a ticket. So $3,000 is already like out of the question. You're probably going to triple that, like $30 a ticket. So you have $9,000 to start the night with just by having sold out tickets. $9,000. You're not thinking about VIP tickets. You're not thinking about VIP tables or booths. You're not thinking about like upgrades and add-ons. You're not thinking about any of that. You're also not thinking about the bar sales, which is that's the owner money. The venue money is all alcohol, always is. Every venue, that's everybody knows it. You can get a wholesale bottle of vodka is probably going to be like $350, $450 or something like that, and you sell that bottle per shot, and you literally sell an entire bottle for like I think 69, 68, something like that dollars. Like the profit you make is like upwards of $40-$50 from one single bottle of liquor. So it's like, imagine all the bottles that you go through in that night, plus the $9,000, plus the, let's say, $3,000 in VIP tables, plus the, well, I don't know, the add-on addition could be random stuff. Let's just put a little tag on it, $200, $300, right? We're at almost $13,000 for one night.
And then imagine getting a stiff offer for $75. Stiff.
Yeah. Well, you have to also, you got to include something you're not thinking about, and that's your 95% exposure discount.
What is that?
The money you paid, you're going to get paid.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, dude,
yeah. Consideration.
95% of the pay is actually just exposure. Word. That exposure never fucking translates, by the way.
Really rarely, and never enough. Never enough
money. I would be satisfied with $300. Like that'd be chill. $300.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the amount. I'm not gonna say the amount that I know some of these people are, but like, if you were to say the number you just said of $300,
I mean, I'd be for opening, I'd be chill with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it wouldn't. Long story short, the amount of money I know that this guy gets versus the amount that gets is not a scratch or a dent in this amount. Like what I said earlier, you buy a bottle of vodka for $7 and you sell it for $60. Like, sell 2 more bottles of vodka and you have me covered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally, dude. Okay, yeah. You're trying to say the ticket, for example, tickets hypothetically would be $30 a piece for a big for like,
which is reasonable as hell.
Okay, which is very reasonable. $30 for a big show here in town with like 2
right. In Charleston, you can do $40. Like, that's like not even shocking.
So then that's 10 people through the door to pay for a $300 opener, and and I'm about to say some stuff I don't want to say, and
this is going to turn into a rage podcast.
No, yeah, I know. Like,
we must unite the DJs.
Let me off the leash, dude. Everybody don't accept anything less than.
all right, right here is where you put in like a graphic. This is Double Crown's rage moment. You have 30 seconds just to go off the chain.
All right, see, I'm gonna
What grinds your gears?
yeah, dude, I'm gonna bring up like line charts and like bar graphs and like
And over here,
yeah, exactly. Look at like you can see clearly that I'm getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah, by my calculations, this says shit.
Yeah, I can DJ at a restaurant on Folly Beach
Oh
for
my god.
for just people sitting down for way more than I'll be getting opening up for a national EDM act.
And check this out. I agree with you really hard, man. So you DJ full time for a really long time, and like I DJ like more than half time full time and less than full time as a DJ. Like I have another job and stuff like that, but like I play so much different genre music. I have me as Load Electric. I got my side project, I Am Immer, and like there's other gigs that I do take that I don't take as these DJ personas because they make no sense together. Like I have played, for example, on the 4th of July this year. I was booked all day long on the 4th of July, which means like 2 different gigs just took all my day off. But I made more money on the 4th of July playing as Jay, which is not even anything, than I have. That I made more, like 5 times the amount of my last like fucking show. Like, how does that make sense? Like, why do I go there and play like meh music where I don't really do much mixing, where there's no technical skills really involved or what? Like, I'm playing on 3000s and an A9, bro. Like, I want to use them like a car. I want to use them to their full potential. I don't want to just fucking hit Q and hit play and on the next song. Like, but that's what makes more money, and it's stupid.
That's what I'm trying to say. There needs to be a DJ strike.
Oh, yeah, right. Like the actor strike. We should do an actor strike. Hey, it worked for them. No more DJ. Well, actually, I don't believe we should because then fucking AI like Spotify mixtape rhythm, AI bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
It will never have a human touch. Don't even think about it. AI developers watching, it will never have a human touch.
It won't have.
You want to have the DJ make mistakes. If they don't make mistakes, it's pre-recorded and it's lame.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know it's real, man. That's what I'm trying to say, dude. Like, yeah, okay, word. You're gonna go on strike. We'll just replace you with Spotify.
Yeah, good luck. Plug your phone in and see how the party goes.
Yeah, exactly. Lit, dude. Yeah. People are gonna really turn up for that iPhone.
Boiler room set.
Yeah, it's just like literally a propped up iPhone, and it's just like. With like the connection, and it's like, yeah, nobody cares about that. It's
an art. People don't respect it as art. Like people don't just. That's a lie. Some people. I'm never going to speak for 100% of any people, but like somebody can go up there and be a shitty person and hit play, and it could still sound cool because it is something from the internet they stole or it's pre-recorded, or whatever. But then there's people like you and me who go up there who really are trying to put what's in out. Because like I'm one of those people that I'm shy. I don't do go out. I don't do really crazy stuff like that. Like I have hard times of expressing stuff. So like I use making music and playing that music to show you the moods and show you the feelings and do all this stuff that's like just in the end better together. Community stuff. I always circle back around it. Together is better.
Amen, man. We're performing. We're partying with people, not performing at them.
Correct. Yeah. Hey, remember back in the times like where the DJ was stuck in the second floor of a club in the corner in the shadows, and they can see the crowd, but the crowd can't see them. It's all different now. Now it's like, oh, I want to sit next to like this screen would be fucking 20 people behind me, and then there would be 0 people in front of me, so it looks cool. But that's like lame.
We already know, man. Anything you'd like to plug before we sign off?
I mean, the best thing I can say is go check out my Instagram, follow me if you like what you're seeing on there. It just helps me a ton to get the stuff out there that I need to get out. I do have my website, loadelectricmusic.com, but I think the best way to connect with people is through social media. So Instagram.com, Lord Electric, you'll find me there. My side project is on there as I Am Immer. Like I said, it's IMMER. And then look up the Charleston Oktoberfest rave that we're going to host October 12th. I'd really love to see you there. And tickets will be on sale today, I believe, or tomorrow on Posh.com.
Amen. All right. So Y'all go ahead and check all that out. Keep a pulse on Lord Electric.
Yep. Last thing I really want to say, because I forgot, I believe, on the 30th of this month, I will be in Asheville. So anybody here watching in Asheville, we're going to be at the Getaway. I'm actually double booked as Lord Electric and Immer for the first time at the same night. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Asheville, 30th this month.
Amen. Y'all go check him out. He's got a lot going on, and the best is yet to come.
That's right, as always.
So that has concluded this episode 53 of the Pursuit of Sound podcast with Lord Electric, Jason.
Thank you, Philip.
You're very welcome, dude. And yeah, I'll have to have you on again here soon.
Would love to.
Inevitably.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you having me. Thank you guys for watching.
The Pursuit of Sound podcast is proudly brought to you in part by our sponsor, Zest Vodka. Zest is designed for people like us who love to have a good time, but without that terrible morning after regret. Okay, Zest started with an idea to make a healthier shot option. The market's flooded with high alcohol, sugar heavy products, let's face it, promoting a culture of excessive drinking. But Zest knows we want a more genuine, transparent, and healthier choice without sacrificing taste or experience. So after Zest studied consumer preferences and existing brands, they dug deep into better ingredients. So Zest boasts proudly half the alcohol content, but don't get us wrong, significantly less sugar and zero artificial additives commonly found in traditional shot brands. All right, crafting Zest Vodka was not about introducing just another shot brand. It's more about sculpting an experience. You know, an indulgence-free drink that upholds the pinnacle of taste and quality. They stand to revolutionize the shot market, guiding it towards a brighter, healthier, and more transparent future. Yes, Zest Vodka. So please join us poolside, surrounded by friends, and enjoy Zest Vodka, crafted for everyone seeking a healthier choice. Drink responsibly.